Oui, oui, bien.
Je hebt een vriendin, Julie de... Met wie?
Ja.
Een boeiend liefdesleven. 3, 4 zelfs.
De vierde, daar zwijg ik meestal over, dus dat weten niet veel mensen.
Hoe is het met je spierscheur? Maison rouge, balkon, blanc. Ja. Ik zie geld, ik zie transacties. Maar kent je rekeningnummer van buiten? Ik denk dat ik het wel weet. Die staat wel negatief op je bankrekening.
Ja?
97. Last month, you spent €200 on alcohol. Vorige maand €300 aan kleding gespendeerd. 8.
Ja.
5. Voor een huis dat van eigenaar gaat veranderen. €795.000.
Ja, maar eigenlijk.
41.
Ja.
Is dat juist?
Ja, dat is juist. Oh my god. Oh nee. Ah, dat is, ik weet niet hoe eng.
Hello. So with this video, we try to just explain the problem that we want to solve with Sinfonier. So Sinfonier, it's an open project that we create as Telefonica, and we open also to the community. Fran is the head of software that is leading this initiative. I'm responsible for cybersecurity in Telefonica. So with this presentation, we will go through 3 main concepts. One is what is cybersecurity today. The second is the challenge that as Telefonica and also as many other companies needs to solve today with the cybersecurity. And finally, we will show the Sinfonier project that is open to the community, and we will explain 3 simple scenarios that we will do the try in real time. So first of all is the cybersecurity. The cybersecurity, it's something that today, in the ecosystem that we are living today, the security is no more about creating the security, as a castle that we will prevent and protect that all the security incidents that will happen in our companies. Today, we live in an open world. Today, our employees are, going abroad, and also they have, processing power in their smartphones. The data is in the cloud, in their pockets. So the security today for the big companies is no longer to prevent and protect and to reinforce the castle. So nowadays we can see everyday problems like this, that many companies have been breached. So we have a lot of examples, and with these problems that we try to solve, so we focus in the cybersecurity mainly in hacktivism, cybercrime, cyber warfare, cyber espionage, and typical attacks like anti-DDoS techniques, SQL injection, defacement, account hijacking. And every time that we analyze this, we have a lot of unknowns. And the way that we approach that is something that every time that an attacker is entering the company or our company, so we try to create the concept of being cyber resilient. That this means that we can be hacked, but at least our company will stay alive. And we will try, to be as more cyber resilient as we can. So the problem that we have been analyzing with these topics during the last years is that we approach this with a very simple scenario. And we have some events, security events, and then these security events we try to normalize, and then we have simple correlation engines in order to get alerts. And then all the security people will be informed about the problems that we have in the company, or some companies that we are providing also security services today. We can inform that they have been breached or they have any problem with security. So this is no longer the way that we can approach security in today's world, because this is, you know, the old way of analyzing the problem. Because today's main challenges, the problem that we have is that we have an ecosystem where all the information is flowing all around 24/7. We have also scenarios that the information can flow from the inside, you know, from the company, but also we have information that is, you know, all everything outside the company. So we have perhaps information that is on the cloud. We have information that we need to deep dive on the deep web in order to get information that somebody is stealing credentials from a company, or also they are being, you know, they have compromised credit cards and they are selling this information in the deep web. So at the end, we need to have an ecosystem that we get the information, we will do all the trend processing, and then we need to have early alerts, reports, trends, support, visualization, and storage. And this is something that we don't have a flow, that we will have the information that is flowing from typical events, that we normalize the information, and we can correlate in a simple way. It's something that we will have, you know, information that will be structured and non-structured, and this information we need to all the time to analyze and also add more value to this data. So when we talk about probabilistic or an approach to that, it's something that you will understand perfectly well when you have the typical probability that the randomness could be normal, that is easy probability, or also fractal probability. And on the other hand, you have, you know, the complexity of the problem that you try to solve. So you have simple things or complex things. If we are discussing about decision complexity, about simple things with typical, you know, randomness that could be, you know, normal, this is the typical way of analyzing security, or also go to, you know, to gamble, that you know perfectly the rules of the game, and also the probabilistic measures that you can analyze in order to bet. But we are now in the cybersecurity on a different way, on a different approach. We have very, very complex probabilities, you know, very, very complex decision making, and also in addition to that, we have fractal randomness. With this fractal randomness and the decision complexity that we have today, we are moving normally in the probabilistic arena. This is what we call is the black swans, and this is where the limit of statistics can solve this type of problems. So in order to do this, we have, you know, this challenge, and in this ecosystem, we have, you know, a good phrase that Albert Einstein mentioned, that is, you know, in order to solve the problems, we need to think different. And for this reason, we start thinking in Sinfonier. So the needs that we have, we need to process massive amounts of data, we need to have real time, we need to increase our performance and scalability, we need alerting, we need rapid integration, we need a faster time to market. So these needs, and also with the reasons that you can see on the screen, is something that is pushing us to create a new ecosystem in the cybersecurity. So in order to solve that problem, we create Sinfonier, that we are going to provide a brief information about Sinfonier, and also Fran is going to show you a demo of 3 different scenarios.
Hello? Okay. So when Pedro Pablo says me, we need a tool that we can develop quickly, we can develop faster, that's complicated for me, because we know some technologies like Storm, but and thanks Stratio to help us to discover these technologies. But these technologies are from big data companies, and Telefonica is not a big data company, okay? We don't have hundreds of development. We have hundreds of analysts, intelligent analysts, and we can develop as Stratio or as Google or another one. Okay, so we start using Storm. As you can see, Storm is a real-time processing system, and you can create topologies, you can process and interact with another system, interact with a database, etc. Okay? But this is our problem, the code. Okay? When I show this to my team, this is the reaction. Okay? We can develop a topology every week, and we need to do. We can develop modules and create a code to get a new source, to get a new, or to detect new threats, etc. Okay? So we need to do a visual programming. Okay? We start searching visual programming, like Mindstorm or another one, and even we thought to develop our visual programming. So thanks to Yahoo Pipes, we get these libraries and create visual programming Yahoo Pipes to Storm. So I want to explain a little bit what is Storm, and because we need to know these concepts to understand the technology. Okay, Storm has a spot and vault. Okay, spots get information from source, and vault transform it. And we add drains to the system because we need to put the information out of the Storm. So typical examples are Kafka Q, Twitter, or RSS. Okay, vault. Typical vault is to get a reputation, IP reputation from Alien Vault, or URL reputation from what? And drains, that the drain is not a module in Storm, but we have this to represent in our topologies. Okay, typically get the information from a vault and push it to a dashboard or a MongoDB. So this is a typical topology that you can build in Sinfonier, spots, vaults, drains, etc. And this is the flow to create a new module. You must define the module, upload your code to GitHub, and load it in Storm. And you can use it in a topology or share with the community. Okay, that's the editor. All of your modules are in the left, and you can drag and drop them to the canvas and get information from the context of the module or the topology in the right side. Okay, and this is how you can get a topology. Put all the modules that you can do to run, send to the Storm, and check the results in your database or your dashboard. Okay, and now I'm trying to do an experiment. So please, could you switch off your Wi-Fi device in your smartphone, please? Switch off, sorry. Please. Could be funny. Okay. Switch off your Wi-Fi device, and during this time, I show you Sinfonier. Okay. Sinfonier is a framework, but we have a community that you can use as user. You can request an invitation and get access to this community. And the community it's so simple, have topologies, modules, and users, okay? Topologies are all the algorithms that people design, okay? That's me, that's mine. And modules are all the modules that people upload to the community and set it, okay? Okay, we have bolts, we have drains, we have boats. So this is the user list and the editor. Okay, I don't know if you can see this. I will try. Okay. I want to start with a simple example, okay? This is a topology that have an spout that generates dummy information, okay? This use parameters to get the information and put in a JSON that is sent to the VirusTotal IP reputation vault and then log it. Log it is a simple spout that put the information to the log, okay? This is the typical to develop or to debug, etc. Okay, so another. I have a lot of. Okay, that is a typical topology, medium size, and this is simple. Here we have a feed. Okay, a feed, an atom feed that we create in Google Alerts, okay? Just, oh. Okay. Okay, I don't know. I suppose you know what is Google Alerts. You can put a query or a Google Doc query and get updates from this query. So we create this Google Doc, okay, check every URL that have this string, and with this string, we get information with the feed spout, parse this information, parse the URL field, okay, and get the WordPress version, rename to get the IP2 location, and push it in a map, perform a WordPress scan, that this is a service on online services, and if you have any, if the version have any vulnerability, this API get the information. And then a simple screenshot, sorry, and put in a timeline. Additionally, we get the information from geolocation and put it in a MongoLab. Okay, so that's the result. Here you can see that the map that is put that where we put the information of every WordPress that is indexed by Google, and here you can see the URL and the version of the WordPress. Okay, if you see the database contains every vulnerability that this WordPress could be affected, and additionally we have another vault that get information from every plugin that this WordPress have. And what is this important in security? Because if you know where are a vulnerability, you can get information from future threats. Okay, if you found a phishing in a WordPress that this that has a vulnerability, you can get another WordPress that has the same vulnerability and wait for this phishing in this site. Okay, so okay, that's an hour. Okay, the demo. Okay, that's the real demo. I want to. I don't know how to say. Okay, this device. Okay.
You know, can you see from this device? No?
Okay, you can see this device in the city, everywhere, okay? These have Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, okay? And is collecting all the information from the device in real time, okay? This information is getting from the device to MySQL, I don't know if MySQL or another, okay, to a database in internet, and we get this information with Sinfonier using our JDBC read, okay? Okay, passwords are clear, sorry. I must to change. Okay, so this topology is creating this dashboard, okay? And the demo that I want to do is, please switch on the Wi-Fi device to see in real time your Mac in this timeline, okay? The device sets for new device every 50 seconds. This could be fail or not. Do we have? No, it's anyone switch on the device? ¿Estás enchufado? No. Okay, that was fun. Okay, that are all the Macs that the device is monitoring, okay? And why is this important from the security point of view? Okay, if you have a device, I can know information about you, but I don't know who are you, okay? You are anonymous, but I know if you are here, how many times are you in my dependence, in my company, how many times did you come into my commercial market, etc. Okay, the device can just collect the address and the address and the technology of the address, the RSSID, and other parameters. Okay, so this is what Sinfonier is looking for. Sinfonier is a technology that can get information in real time from device, in this case, and put it together, transform it, and send to a dashboard or a database. So we just do this without coding anymore. Okay, that's the problem that we have. And I have another dashboard, but I think that it's enough.
So one thing that I want to to clarify is that the problem that normally a security company has is that we have security experts, but we have also people that will be helping them to create the programs. So in order to be really, really fast and try to get all the information that we have or all the knowledge that we have from these security guys and put this in real programs in real time, we need Sinfonier. Sinfonier is doing the visual programming. So the way that all these experts can analyze any problem, they can draw, like with this visual programming, and then we can analyze these threads that we have today. So without coding any line of code. And this is the purpose of Sinfonier. We are really happy to, that to respond to any question, and also this is an open community to create new bolts and also to to create new modules. So if someone wants to join, you can go to Sinfonier project. It's open on the internet, and also we are happy to to get feedback about you in this open community. So, any questions?
Second row, please.
Hi. Yeah, I was just wondering if, well, a little bit more how Telefonica approaches the DDoS problem that you mentioned at the beginning. So, is it really just Storm that you use to detect where to analyze all the network packets and basically understand if there's a DDoS, an ongoing DDoS attack? Or do you really just use this tool to do some higher level analysis, and there you have other set of tools to effectively analyze this higher level traffic?
So first of all, if you know about DDoS, so anti-DDoS techniques, we have mainly two main things. One is to search for all the information that we can have in many places on the internet, where a lot of teams they go to these places and they say, okay, let's attack, I don't know, any company or wherever. So we can gather this information from the network, because at the end it's real-time information that we can get some insights about that one attack it's going to be happening, or I don't know, in 2 weeks, one week, or whatever. On the other hand, we have sensors in the network that we can analyze. If we can imagine that you are, a company here, and then you have about, I don't know, 90% or 95% of your traffic that is from Spain, and then suddenly you have 20% coming from China, 20% coming from Russia. So automatically, we have, on the packets that are going through the network, we can know that this is a normal. This is something that is not a normal event. So we can get an alert from the network, and this alert from the network plus this alert from the from the forum or wherever, at the end, all this information can go to Sinfonier, and then we can raise an alert. So this is the way of doing visual programming, to get information from many sources in order to respond.
Right, but those alerts are then not generated by Storm. These come from the network.
Yeah,
from any other software coming from it. Okay,
so how the Fran was explaining, we can get information that can be from a Google Doc. We can get information from the network, wherever. So at the end, this is trying to solve this problem is, instead of having a normal log correlation engine that has I don't know, 10, 12 sources of information, the sources of information are really open, so we can plug wherever we want.
Thank you.
Any other question? Yes.
Hello. Yeah. So I was wondering, what's the model you have to support external projects that are not Telefonica projects? And what I mean is, you said you offer this to the community, right? To create your own workflows and so on, but then that data has to be stored and kept and so on. Is that on your own servers, and is that for free, or can you host this on your private cloud and so on?
Okay, in the community you have a few partners that you can use, like Dax4, okay, and another one. But the community store information in external services like MongoLab or another one. Okay, we are working to create, or we are creating an enterprise version of Sinfonier that you can get an appliance and put it in your company, or buy a cloud from Sinfonier that you use this cloud and outside the community, and it's all for you. Okay.
This is
Thanks.
if you go to the Sinfonier page, you will see that we have an alliance with Stratio, that they are the experts on doing these small boxes and also to create these implementations on customer premises.
Okay, so thank you very much, Pedro Pablo and Fran. It's been very interesting.
Thank you.